set up here. It'll be up there. It takes about 30
Welcome
seconds.
to Stars Across Kentucky with entertainers from all the genres of music. The roots of country music can be found right here in the
That's okay.
Bluegrass State.
Get it out.
Country, gospel,
I do that all the
bluegrass,
time.
to comedy and R&B. We invite you to listen in with us today to enjoy the artists that are just beginning, some that are hot in the charts and in the region, to those that are inducted into the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame. I'm Charlie Napier, your host, and welcome to Stars Across Kentucky on WRVK 1460 AM, 97.7 FM, and around the world on WRVK1460.com.
I love that theme song.
I can hear Kentucky calling me.
You need to do a cover on that.
Let's do it.
On your one of your albums.
I love that.
Now, I'm going to be watching from this angle over here. And there you are.
Anybody out there?
Yeah, I see. That Gucci's out there.
Hey,
Lisa down there.
The boss is with me.
Do you TikTok?
No, I have not done that.
Real on. I mean, you need to probably try that.
Yeah. Figure it out. One more thing.
Put it on something that you don't that you don't use every day. I love it. Listen how playing the guitar is.
What is it, Charlie?
Guitar.
Oh, that's amazing. I love this.
That's pure.
That's real, man.
Yeah.
You can't program that. That's from...
Chet was. Steve was taught for the best.
Steve Warner.
Chet Atkins. That was his mentor teacher. Do you ever go back over to your home there, down in Jackson? And
We're going to go there when we leave here. I have a sweet aunt that's going to be 96 in a few more months, and we're going to go by and see her.
okay, we may start with something like that. That's right. Very pleasant. Good afternoon, you guys and gals. Charlie Napier on board here, your host for Stars Across Kentucky. And we always like to tell you where we are located here in the world. We are off of I-75. You can come off of US 25 northbound, and I don't care which exit you come off of. You're going to be northbound. You're going to see the big entertainment complex out here in Renfro Valley, the Kentucky Music Hall of Fame. Then just up the road a little piece, you're going to see a sign that says Red Foley Drive, and right up on top of this mountain here is the KOA campground. That's another marker. We're right beside of the KOA. We actually camp here, son. And come up to the top of the hill, and you'll find WRVK. Today we have a friend, a guest that we met a few years ago, and become very close friends over the internet, and even I went to watch one of his shows up there in Ohio somewhere. I don't remember where because I had a driver that day. But you've recorded a Nashville recording star, Ronnie McDowell, Leona Williams. Who are some of the others that you?
Well, I've been fortunate to be on some recording with Rhonda Vincent and David Frizzell, and you mentioned Ronnie McDowell and Miss Leona Williams. She is the queen as far as I'm concerned. You talk about a class act, what a writer, married to the late great Merle Haggard. I consider myself fortunate now more than ever because all these people we just mentioned have been my childhood heroes, and now I get to call them my friends.
That's really cool, isn't it?
Ain't that something spectacular to say that?
It is.
It is so cool. Charlie, I want to say a very special thank you for doing what you do, and that's keeping real country music alive and well out there on the airwaves. And I hear you do that, and there's others out there that's doing it too, but buddy, when I make the connection with you, I know it's straight from the heart, and you're doing it because you love it. And I'm so thankful that you include me on your show.
Well, Richard, you know what I love about you and your talent that you have is the fact that every song, I mean, I go back to the old feet story. You've told some stories in here that stick in my mind because they related to me. Love Tattoo. I won't ever forget that embarrassing interview that day. When I thought she was writing a song about some love story, some romantic, you know, and I'm sitting here by mine thinking, and then I opened my big mouth, and it was about a soldier.
Yeah. Well, that just goes to show you how diverse and real traditional country music can be. You can take an everyday topic, and then all of a sudden it's relatable to that passionate soldier or to that person that has that connection with that soldier. Whether you like a tattoo or not, it had nothing to do with the tattoo. The song was about that connection with his love of the country and that love to serve. And he served to the point where he gave so much that that love tattoo was his ultimate sacrifice, whether it was psychological or that soldier actually lost a limb. But that love tattoo was due to the fact that he loved our country so much, and he gave that tattoo, and it scarred him for life in a good way.
In a good way, in a great way.
You bet.
Absolutely. And but I mean, some of the interviews you and I have had, and I'm not going to stick my foot in my mouth today.
I always do that myself.
But you have kinfolk not too far from here, right?
Over in Jackson County, in New Zion, if there's anybody over there that knows that neck of the woods, and between McKee and I guess you would say Baitable in that area over there. Baitable, of course, is Lee County, but Jackson County, Lee County, Owsley County area was where all my dad's folks came from. My dad grew up in the hills of Kentucky, there in the hills, and I am proud to say my daddy is a Kentucky boy because he told me stories that before he even had a radio, how their means of entertainment was, Dad would grab a guitar and Uncle Matt would grab a fiddle and Grandpa would grab a banjo, and somebody would grab a doghouse bass, and that was their entertainment. And they would play and sing there on the porch of that old Eastern Kentucky home. And I've heard people tell stories that how they would be across the holler, can hear them singing from one holler to the next. And those are some fantastic stories, and I'm just proud that I can say my heritage comes from Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, and your songs, they all come from the heart. Richard, he writes real country. He's a real country singer. And, you're what really country music is all about, is coming from the heart. And your stories that you're going to tell us a whole new album today, aren't you?
We are. We've got a brand new CD. Well, it's new as far as our current CD. It was released in January of this year, but it's had a lot of success. As a matter of fact, we've kind of dabbled in something that I've always had an appreciation for, but never really got into, and that's the country gospel thing. And as a songwriter, that inspiration sometimes it's few and far between, but when you do get inspiration, you got to stop and write it down. And you never know where that inspiration is going to come from. And our biggest song to date happens to be on our new CD. The title of the CD is Radio Friend. And that particular song is on here, but the song that I'm making a mention of is a brand new song called Thankful, Grateful, and Blessed. And we just got a message recently that it's going to be #1 for the month of October on Cashbox Magazine. Miss Donna, chime in here. You know better than I.
It's on the Christian Country chart for Cashbox Magazine.
So if that ain't an honor and I'm just so grateful that I am in a position to still write songs that people connect with.
Well, and we'll visit some of your songs in the charts and let Donna maybe help us with that. Donna, you can be thinking about that. I've jotted a note down here. I put charts down for you. And Richard, what is the first song that you're going to do today? I know you're going to do some new stuff today.
I'm going to do a song that's just been recorded, and I'm going to give you just a little bit of background about how this song came from. It's not on a CD yet. It's going to be. But you're the first airwaves to hear any of this.
Great.
And I share this with you because your listeners, I know they're passionate and they love traditional music. And they like to know sometimes where the music comes from. Well, up in our little hometown, there's a donut shop. Like every little hometown has a restaurant or a donut shop or something where you'll see, you know, locals and old timers. And I'm starting to resemble that a whole lot.
Well, I've already made that chart. So.
And they'll be sitting and they're talking to themselves, amongst themselves, and they get to talk, and they just want to talk to people. They just want to be seen and heard and have a friendly conversation. Well, this particular donut shop there in Lebanon is no exception. And a couple old guys named Ellis and Ernie, two old guys I've known all my life. And standing in there, I had a couple of cups of coffee, one to take to my father-in-law, and a bag of donuts, one to take home. So I seen them as I was fixing to leave, and they were sitting in a corner there, and I walked over to them. I said, Ellis, Ernie, how you fellas doing? Just having, just nonchalant conversation. Just tickled to talk with them. And we talked and chatted over and just crazy stuff, nothing important. And I grabbed hold of Ellis and Ernie. I said, boys, it's sure been good. You have a good day. I got to go. And Ellis grabbed a hold of my arm right then, and he said, Richard, every day is a good day, but some days are better than others.
Oh, yeah.
And man, this whole array of emotion came over me just by hearing that conversation. Some days are better than others. So I said, boys, I got to go. So I ran outside, donuts and all. I grabbed my pad of paper and pencil, and this is what I'd like to sing for that. This is the song that came from that inspiration. Two old timers at the donut shop, I see them most every morning, smiling and laughing and wanting to talk to anyone who would listen. A hot cup of coffee and a big old grin, a lifetime of stories between two old friends. Another new morning they were enjoying. They'd say every day is a good day, but some days are better than others. God let me wake up this morning and get out from under the covers. I'm still breathing, and brother, believe me, how I miss my children's mother. Oh, every day is a good day. Some days are better than others. Now Ellis and Ernie were childhood friends. Now they're flirting with 90. They sit and laugh about the good old days and all the miles they racked up behind them. They don't talk about the days gone by with tears, sadness, or sorrow. They're gonna say their favorite day is right now, maybe tomorrow. Say every day is a good day, but some days are better than others. God let me wake up this morning and climb out from under the covers. I'm still breathing, there must be a reason, and I can't help but wonder. Oh, every day is a good day. Some days are better than others. Yeah, every day is a good day. Some days are better than others.
Darn if that's not the truth.
Ain't it true? Ain't it true?
That's gonna do really, really well for you. And you know what? We'll get that in the computer. It's on the CD, right?
No, this has just been a recording we just did. This is not even. This is going to be our up and coming CD.
Oh, this is up and coming.
Yeah, this is something that that no one's heard other than Charlie Napier.
Well,
and
I'm going
the
to tell you
listeners.
something. That's a great song.
Thank you.
That's a great song.
Thank you. But you see, sometimes it may be 2 months, 3 months, 4 months before something inspires me to just sit down and stop whatever I'm doing and grab that pen and paper and grab that guitar and write from that emotion. And that tells me one thing. If it comes from the heart, it's real.
It's real.
And so people may or may not like it, but they can't deny that it's a real from the heart song. You can hear it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, everybody can identify with that. Some days are good days, but some days are better than others.
Yeah, and we've all heard that. Everybody's heard that at some point in their life,
Some folks are. Larry Gooch wants to know when's it going to go on sale.
Well, actually, we're putting together. We are so blessed. Right now, we are doing 2 full-scale recording projects, and by that I mean we're doing what they call Richard Lynch all-time favorite country songs. We're taking 12 of my all-time, from childhood to current, favorite country songs and putting it on a CD. And it's called Richard Lynch Pulling Up the Covers. So Donna, she's so clever. That's a great little title that she came up with. And then we're also working on a gospel, or I shouldn't say gospel, that's a spiritual songs. 12 of my songs that I have written that's got a spiritual gospel connection. We're working on that. We almost have that completed. And this song that I just sang is our third new project that we're putting together for our up and coming third brand new original country album. So we're working on 3 full-length CD projects from Nashville all at once right now.
Okay, let me take a quick, short little break here, and I'm going to let you talk to those folks here on Facebook while I take this break here. So I'll shut the radio for listeners. You'll get to hear it all right now.
Hey, everybody on Facebook. We hope you're tuned in. My name is Richard Lynch, and I know you know this is my better half, Miss Donna, better known as the brains of the operation. So Charlie can testify to that. Thanks for tuning in. Charlie Napier is the best of the best in keeping real, traditional, independent artists on the air and keeping us out there, getting our music heard by people all over the country, all over the world. And we are in Eastern Kentucky right now. Thanks for tuning in. Renfro Valley, WRVK. And if you ever make your way to Renfro Valley, you got to stop in and see one of these cool shows they have down here. It's been a while since we've been to one, but the last one we've seen was me and my better half, Miss Donna. We went and seen Merle Haggard down here at Renfro Valley, and let me tell you, that was entertaining, so fun to see one of my heroes down here. So, and if you guys got watching and you got any questions, feel free to chime in and be a part of the show that what we are doing right here in Renfro Valley with, once again, Mr. Charlie Napier, the man keeping country music alive.
Charlie is a treasure.
Here's a simple truth about higher education. If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters. If having a
Undeserved
rewarding
comment.
career matters,
Thank you anyway.
You're welcome.
family matters, then higher education matters.
Love Renfro Valley. Wish they'd have you and the band for a show. Well, that's a good comment.
Find out how.
Yeah, I do too.
Higher ed matters.
I do too. I
Brought to
think
you by this station
you
and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
have earned that honor. All right, back to the live action here with Richard Lynch, our star player here today. And Richard just got a comment I thought was really interesting. And Cheryl Mink says, love Renfro Valley. Wish they'd have you and the band for a show.
Well, that would be awesome.
Would you be willing?
I think we could probably twist my arm. We are a newcomer. We've been doing this for 44 years now, so we've been paying our dues and writing songs, becoming relevant. Renfro Valley is such an established facility, well known worldwide. I have so many friends that's worked here over the years. People like Chubby Howard would drive from our Dayton, Cincinnati area, Southern Ohio, and he would come down here and work 3-4 nights a week with Renfro Valley, and other folks that I know that has been associated with the Renfro Valley for many, many years. And it would be an honor to say I graced the stage, Renfro Valley. I am very fortunate. We just got booked at the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium, where Hank Williams stood and Elvis Presley stood.
What an honor. Yeah.
What an honor to say that I get to stand where my heroes have stood. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be in September. I'm sorry, that'd be in November. We're in September now. So, I told you she keeps me straight, guys.
November 4th.
November 4th, Shreveport, Louisiana. Thank you.
You can tell you're the booking agent.
And yes, he would play Renfro Valley.
You get up on Monday morning and say, "Now, Richard, you're going to be in Shreveport."
That's what I do, Charlie. Every morning I get up and say, "What are we doing today, honey?"
Well, that's not a bad idea, really.
It ain't.
What's your next song you're going to do?
Well, you told me off air a while ago. Somebody asked for a song off my older album, or my previous albums, The Old Feed Store.
Oh, I love that song.
Man, you know what? When I wrote that song here, I just reminisce as a kid how, I would get up with Dad and Mom. We'd go down to the old pickup truck at the feed store, and we grab, at that point, they were 100-pound bags. I couldn't even pick them up as a kid, Thank goodness they're 50-pound now, because a whole lot easier to handle. But you had something in mind.
Yes, this Saturday night he will be playing at the feed store in Lebanon,
Oh,
Ohio.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Where at?
The old feed store in Lebanon, Ohio that he wrote this song
Cool.
about that's in the video.
Boy, is that time lately.
Yeah, it's
Well,
perfect.
see, and it's for a good reason. We once a year we raise some money for some folks, some kids that's it kind of does without, and we raise some money for them and get them some gifts, and we do things that I feel should be done by a lot of folks, and just a way to make awareness of some folks out there to give a little bit. So we're going to take advantage of playing some good old country music in the old feed store. And
they move the feed sacks back, and we all bring chairs, and they
and
play right there on the dock.
Does anybody whittle?
Yeah, they do.
as a matter of fact, they do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, it's crazy. That's what I remember
I
as
think
a
you've
child.
been there, Charlie.
Yeah. Seeing them guys,
As we're reminiscing about the old feed store, we're going to reminisce a little bit more. And thanks for asking for this. Growing up in the country, I remember well how I loved the simple way of life. There was lots of work to do, but we had fun there too. Seemed like we were always fixing that old barn roof. When the weekend came, we'd all ride into town, listening to Paul Harvey and the Farm Report. I didn't know back then, I'd miss it now. What a boy can learn at the old feed store. Life was so much easier back then. My mind goes back there to when simple riding Dad's pickup truck, making memories galore down at the old feed store. I've had so many blessings, more than I deserve. I'm thankful for all the things I've got. I'm thankful for direction and all of those corrections. Mom and Dad, they taught me quite a lot. If I lived to be 100, I got no regrets. I could have never asked for anything more than the country way of living, and the fact that I was given chance to be around that old feed store. Life was so much easier back then. My mind goes back there to when simple riding Dad's pickup truck, making memories galore. Down at the old feed store. Down at the old feed store.
You know, I was smiling the whole way through the song because it just brings back so many memories. And Sue here, she said, great song, it takes me back home. Well, it does.
But once again, you know, if you write a song and people say a comment, you know, like it takes them back home, that meant that my writing connected with somebody, and ultimately they felt something, they inspired something, they remembered something, and I like to be entertained when I hear a song, and if I can connect with somebody through my music, I think that's a pretty good connection.
And to me, that's what country music's all about, is that connection.
Yes, sir.
And writing those songs from the heart and getting your audience out there. I know some of the Western swing and some of the dancey kind of songs, they don't have to have much meaning to them. They just have to have a beat to them. But country music is from the heart.
Absolutely. You know, some of my all-time heroes would be like people like Tom T. Hall, the storyteller.
Well, yeah.
You know, he paints a picture. You can hear that, and you're right where Tom T. is putting you. And I try my best to paint a picture where people can just connect and go to a different time or a different place or an emotion that connects with them. You know?
Okay, what's the next new song you've got here?
Well, I tell you, there's a new song out there and we kind of talked a little bit off the air about our current situation. We have a brand new song that we're so proud of. It's called "Thankful, Grateful, and Blessed," and it's becoming #1 on Cashbox on the gospel charts, cross country charts. A little story behind the song. Once again, it had been a couple months since I had wrote anything, and I was looking for an inspiration to hit me. And I said, Donna, I'm going to run up to McDonald's, and I'm going to grab us something to eat, and I'll be back in a few minutes for breakfast. You know, it was a Saturday morning. She said, okay, so I pop in my truck, and I get up to Waynesville, and about a 3-minute drive from where the farm is. And I pull in, and as usual, it's packed to the walls all the way around the building. We're waiting my turn to get in line. So I ease in off the street, and there's this old car in front of me, and the whole back windshield, Charlie, was covered. Half of the back windshield was completely covered in bumper stickers. You couldn't even see out of the left side of the windshield.
Wow.
And on the side that was clear was one little bumper sticker down at the very bottom of the windshield. It said, "I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed."
Wow.
And I looked at that, and I read that, and I said, okay, God, I know what you want me to write.
Okay. I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed.
And this is what came out of just being in McDonald's drive-through. Oh, Lord, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed. God's given me direction to find my happiness. I'll tell my story, and I won't worry about things that I can't fix. Lord knows I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed. Sometimes I get to thinking how I'd like some things to be, or how so-and-so's got something a little better than me. Then I look around at everything I got. 2 hard-working hands, a loving wife, and the kind of life I want. Oh, Lord, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed. God's given me direction to find my happiness. if some things don't go my way, I might kick and stomp and throw a fit and be mad for a couple of days. Then I realize the awesome life I lead, and I thank my lucky stars above how God's been good to me. Oh Lord, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed. God's given me direction to find my happiness. I'll tell my story and I won't worry about things that I can't fix. Lord knows I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed. Oh Lord, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed. God's given me the key to find all my happiness. Whatever comes before me, I'll sing God's glory, and I'll always do my best. Lord knows I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed. Lord knows I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I'm blessed. Yes, I am.
Wow! I'm just sitting over here just soaking this up, and you know, again, all the words in that song. You know, we go through these situations every day,
Yeah.
and then at the end of the day, you know, you can say, "I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm blessed." But all during that day, you might have been stomping. And sometimes people make you mad.
Oh yeah.
I just want to be mad.
Yeah, exactly.
And when he came home and he said he saw this bumper sticker, I thought, uh-oh. He saw, "Let's go, Brandon. I was afraid." He said, "No, thankful, grateful, and blessed." I'm like, ooh.
Donna was relieved.
Boy, if he'd have mentioned that, my face is red now. Whoa.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy.
But let me take a quick break here, and you be thinking about something on Facebook, folks there. As a matter of fact, you can go through here and read some of these comments. You got a lot of them on here.
Hand out to Miss Donna.
I got them right here.
She got them.
got
Oh,
them?
she's got
I think
them.
I got
Okay,
them.
well, I'm going to let you all address those, and I'm going to play a football game right now on Friday night.
Hi, Facebook.
Sue Reed said that Feed Store, great song, takes me back home.
Sue Reed. Hey,
Sue
Sue
Reed.
Reed. Thank you so much for listening. And glad you made that connection.
Awesome song from a sign in the back of a vehicle, she also says.
I love that one. And it wasn't Brandon. That just blew me out of the water.
And then Brian Noble says he misses you, Charlie.
Yeah, Brian is a former, I think he worked as a booking person and did commercial work for the Valley for a while. And Brian, say hey, buddy.
Hey, Brian.
Glenn Burton, that's a great song.
Thank you, Glenn.
Cheryl Mink,
Cheryl Mink. We love you, Cheryl.
sounded great. Chase Abrams is watching. I think you talked to Chase. I think he's a songwriter, singer down here somewhere.
Chase Abrams, a fellow songwriter. Always good to hear from one of them.
And then Robert Gal says Renfro Valley was our place for several years, seen some good shows there. Robert's been to our barn. He came and saw Dion and
Oh, yeah, okay.
Georgette. Yep.
Hey, Robert. In the words of Bartles and James, thanks for your continued support.
Oh, gosh.
That's what, and Larry Gooch says Charlie is a treasure.
Oh, hey, you ain't telling us nothing,
Oh, yeah, Larry.
Hey, Larry.
And then we got Kathy Fathery says, "Hi, Donna and Richard. I got to see you Saturday in Illinois and get to hear you now.
Oh,
So
Kathy, was that right?
Yeah.
Kathy.
Took all the pictures and the videos.
Well, thank you, Kathy. We had a great time in Illinois. A lot of talent out there that night. Had a good time, and a lot of wonderful country music lovers out there. Thank you, Kathy.
In a nice little place, Arthur, Illinois. It's Amish country.
Really?
Yeah.
For all those folks who don't know about Arthur, Illinois,
You gotta check it out.
you want to see an awesome place, beautiful place called Penn Station. And Omer was the gentleman that built the place. He owns the place, runs a great facility, just an awesome place to have great live music. People like Leona Williams works there, Ron Williams, her son. They have a lot of great country music shows in Arthur, Illinois at Penn Station. And we were glad to be there.
And homemade pie.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to say.
We don't miss a bite of homemade pie when we get out there.
They also have a restaurant called Yoder's, and it's good.
Okay, well, in about a minute here, we're getting ready to roll it again here.
So Sue Reed says
Appreciate all you folks.
she seconds Charlie is a golden boy
Oh.
Wow.
for Stars Across the
Okay.
Country.
Making my little chest.
You got to see how red his face is over here.
There's another one from Kathy.
Oh, hey, it is Ron Williams' birthday today.
Hey, happy birthday, Ron Williams.
We'll do that, Ron, on the radio for you just a second here.
Well, you'll see him in Shreveport.
Yeah, we will. He'll be on that show with us.
Can you sing Radio Friend? Can you sing Radio Friend?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Okay, we're getting ready to turn loose.
Sing that
Band
for
at
Charlie.
3:45, 3's enough at 5:45, and Dooley Band 8 until 10 p.m. Be sure to make plans now for the most fun activities of the year at the Bittersweet Festival, October 5th, 6th, and 7th in Mount Vernon, Kentucky.
All right, the big event coming up, and boy, would you ever fit that program also?
Oh, man.
Bittersweet. Yeah, boy, you'd knock
Sounds
them
good.
out up there. Yeah, Nashville talent and Richard Lynch, you just fit right in. You know, you've got some huge support out there, you know. Huge.
It's amazing. It really is. We've been so fortunate, so blessed to connect with people. But I think ultimately, people are wanting to connect with something that's real. They want to hear some music that they can relate with. They want to hear music that maybe has a little bit of reminiscent to them, or how they grew up, or just something that they connect with. A lot of stuff today. I'm not going to badmouth what's going on out there today, but it's not necessarily from the heart, and people want to connect that. I do believe that.
I do believe that. And when we get the happy birthday out to one of your friends, Ron Williams.
Hey, Mr. Ron Williams, happy birthday, buddy. We're going to be on a show together in Shreveport, Louisiana, November the 4th. And it'd be great to see my old buddy Ron Williams again. That he is the son of Leona Williams, and looking forward to being out there. Happy birthday.
That's interesting. Yeah,
It
right.
is, yeah. He is a great talent.
Great singer.
Great singer, songwriter. Man,
Happy
Fun.
birthday, Ron.
happy birthday, Ron.
Okay, what is the next song? I'm looking at this clock and it's squeezing me. I don't want to go, but we got to move. What's your next song you got?
Well, the next song is Donna just asked me to do Radio Friend. It's the title cut of our brand new CD. And it's a tribute to all disc jockeys, Charlie,
Thank
all
you.
disc jockeys.
Yeah.
But two in particular. A guy named Gary Kahn was a incredible disc jockey then in our area. And he also was a disc jockey on WSM in Nashville. And I was fortunate enough to be listening to his last show. We have become friends. On his radio station in our area, I mentioned Chubby Howard's name earlier. He was a Steel Guitar Hall of Famer who was also on this particular radio station that we've been listening to for years and years and years. And Chubby and Ron are the two of the reasons that I wrote this little song. At the conclusion of Gary's last show, he said, "Folks, if I don't see you on the air, I'll see you in the air." And that touched me
Yeah.
like there's no tomorrow. So having heard him say that, I grabbed my guitar and I wrote this. The Lord has been so good to him. He helped him do just what he wanted to do. He didn't always know, but God always knew. Our hearts he'd melt by being on the radio. You know the souls he touched from that DJ chair. He meant so much to people everywhere. Just a humble man doing what he loved to do. After 50 years, he's gonna play his final tune. If I don't see you on the air, I'll see you in the air. If you don't hear my voice down here, you'll hear my voice up there. I'll play those songs we love again. They won't ever end. Remember me, your radio friend. From the days of when he was just a kid, his radio was his best friend. I think he always knew what he was gonna do, and that radio life was the only life he knew. If I don't see you on the air, I'll see you in the air. If you don't hear my voice down here, you'll hear my voice up there. I'll play those songs we love again, and they won't ever end. Remember me, your radio friend. Remember me, your radio friend.
Wow, they just get better and better and better. Now, when are we going to be able to play these songs?
Well, these are on here.
Oh, that's on there.
That's
Yes.
on. Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that hasn't been available that I've played so far today was the very first one, and I just wanted to share that with you because it was our most recent, little inspiration.
Yeah.
He can't wait.
Yeah. I said I got to play it for Charlie.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did because I'm sitting here wondering. I need to get these on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're on this album.
My good friend Bentley Cromer is watching. We talked about you today, Bentley.
Oh.
So say hi to Bentley.
Hey, Bentley.
Bentley, he books a lot of bands and does things like that, and he's one of our very best friends out there. Sue Reed says, man, he could grab a song right out of the air,
Yeah.
so to speak. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, what you're doing, you're just doing real things.
Well, thank you, Sue, for that wonderful compliment. I heard somebody say in an interview years ago. I listened to an interview with Chris Christopherson and Ralph Emery, and it stuck with me all these years. Ralph has said, to Chris Christopherson, "How did you write this?" And Chris said, without any hesitation, I just put the truth in the song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you see a story and if you feel something, just tell the truth in the song, and it's a whole lot easier than trying to ad-lib something or come up with something that ain't real. So I just tell the truth.
Yeah, and it comes across like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. What do you got next?
Well, Miss Donna, have you got a?
I'm pushing you just a little, but I'm trying to get every song I can.
Well, while she's thinking, would you care if I sprung another new one on that you can't get anywhere just yet?
Okay, let's do it.
Current conditions.
Give me the backdrop on it.
Well, you know, a lot of folks say things that, you know, country music's not country anymore, and I hear that so often, you know, and I got to thinking about this, and this is a song that's going to be on our up-and-coming project, and I just throw my heart out there, because my dad was the biggest inspiration on me. That old Eastern Kentucky boy showed me how to play a flat-top guitar, and me and him would sit and play at the house, and you know, I just have so much respect for that fella. And I just wanted to kind of spill this a little bit, kind of share my thoughts for a second. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna put one of my latest songs that I just wrote for you. No, I'll never walk the boards across the grand old Aubrey stage. I'll never hear the crowd go wild or be the latest rage. I've been told I'm way too country for country radio. 3 chords and the truth don't sell no more. That was many years ago. Daddy showed me chords on his flat-top guitar when I was 12 years old. We loved to pick and sing on the porch back home in Ohio. I couldn't believe how his fingers flew and every note he played was right. He told me, son, just have fun. One day you'll get it right. You know, sometimes I get to thinking I was born a little too late, but I still hear my daddy saying all good things come back around. I turned on today's radio, and I can't tell you why. I was hoping to hear twin fiddles play or a steel guitar cry, or maybe George Jones sang The Race Is On, or Merle sang Mama Tried. These were the songs my daddy sang before country music died. You know, sometimes I get to thinking I was born a little too late, and I still hear my daddy saying all good things come back around. All good things come back around. Oh, keep it country, son.
I tell you, you're just knocking them out one right after the other. And that one, I guess I couldn't say it much better than what Glenn Burton said. He said, I really love this song because it's a true song.
Well, sometimes the truth can be controversial, but you know what? At the end of the day, we have to be ourselves.
I believe that.
I learned a long time ago that no matter who you are or what you do, you have to be good with yourself at the end of the day. You have to go to sleep at night and be content with what you just done that day. And I love traditional country music. I want to do my best to keep it what I can to keep it traditional out there and keep it alive. And the most part of it is that, you know, I like the music that I'm singing and writing. And I'm proud of the fact that I've kept it traditional.
Before we get into the last song, and the clock up there keeps getting my attention, this should be a 2-hour show, then rather than a 1-hour show. But if folks want to get a hold of you, I know you are pretty busy out there in the world, but where could they get a hold of you at?
Well, if you go to the website, richardlynchband.com, there's a contact page on there, or on Facebook, it's Richard Lynch Band also, and you can get in touch with us.
Okay, so excuse me. I think Richard and I both we sort of struggle with the sinus allergy
yeah.
kind of thing, and it is what it is, isn't it?
It is what it is.
Can you write a song about it?
Yeah.
It is what it is. Okay, look, what is your final song for the program here today? It's been a killer program, one that you folks have heard music that's never been heard before, and it's all wowee music. You can tell your friends and neighbors, go back on Facebook, and go to Charlie Napier's page. Donna, you got it over on...
Oh, yeah, it's on our page. It'll be on Richard Lynch Band page.
Okay, and you folks give this guy a shout out, because what he's done here today, he's given us just a killer show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. God bless everybody for letting me be a part of your show. And you all got a treasure. Mr. Charlie Napier is a treasure. Keeping real live country music out there. So thank you, Charlie. We kind of talked on this just briefly at the beginning of the show, but I am a red, white, and blue, through and through, all-American, proud to be an American. And I make no bones about that. So I'm going to sing you a song that kind of hit me one day. I wrote this because I was feeling patriotic. We got American pride. We stand side by side. We talk clear and loud. We're American proud. California to Maine. Our freedom's the same. From the backwoods to big town, we're American proud. Here's to our truck driving pals. They put in the miles. All our farmers and friends, whose day never ends. With our soldiers in mind, they leave no one behind. To God we'll keep our heads bowed. We're American proud. Yes, we are. Look at the pride in our eyes. There's no way to disguise. No, you can't keep us down. We're American proud. Here's to our truck driving pals. They put in the miles. All our farmers and friends, whose day never ends. With our soldiers in mind, they leave no one behind. To God we'll keep our heads bowed. We're American proud. God bless America. We're American proud. We're American proud. Yes, we are.
What a show! Woo!
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, you knocked it out today, and I'm going to end it with this Facebook comment. He is just great.
Thank you. Bless your hearts, folks. God bless y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, and you know, when you get your new CD ready to release, I want to know. I want you to come down here, and we're going to release it right here on this radio station.
You heard the word. We're going to be released live, first time ever. WRVK, Renfro Valley Charlie Napier, right here, and you can bet on it.
And about when will that be?
Well, we're just a few songs away from having each one of these particular CDs done. So there's three huge projects, and all three of them are very close to being done. So can't give you an exact date, but we're relatively close.
Okay, well,
we're going to be in the studio again in a couple weeks.
I have enjoyed this show. Each time you come here, I say that this is the best show I've ever heard, and here I am sitting over here, going like, wow, the songs are wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That's going to be a great CD. Now, your music, we've got some of this. I feel folks will stay around a little bit with me on live radio here. You want to give a couple of CDs away?
Sure.
Absolutely. The brand new CD is called Radio Friend, and I've sang 3 or 4 of them off the brand new CD here yet. So yeah.
Okay. So what you can do, you can call Richard after. We can do it right after the news. Here, I've got the news coming up right now, and right after the news, we'll have Richard to answer the telephone, WRVK. And we'll take caller number, we'll say 2 or 3 or something, so that way we don't, I know you got a long drive to go back home. Be careful. We love you and Donna, and your music will be played here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
God bless
Charlie.
everybody. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for
You got the
having
Facebook, I've got the radio, and we're going to take off right now.
Bye, Facebook.
This news and weather is brought to you by Community
Just
Trust
to
Bank with
finish.
2 locations in Mount Vernon to serve